most of you know very well. Agnès is a French
unicellular organisms which
incredibly important for all the people to understand what we do as the children over the world through the Tara expedition has been able to know a lot about Tara because a lot of children come to the boat at all the stops he did the last 2.5 years. It's like a dream, I'd say, but it's very concrete. It's a real story.
is that Agnès and her team met with the Secretary General.
we really don't know how those ecosystems will react to climate change and acidification of the oceans. We know in the past that the Earth has gone through major changes, and this is why evolution worked. It's because the Earth was much warmer at some time, 10 degrees warmer than now. It has cooled down much more than it is now, so we know that these ecosystems can adjust. But also in the past, the climate was not just the same, and the atmosphere was different.
The good news, I guess, is that 80% of the world's biodiversity lives in the oceans. We also know that the acidity of oceans has increased by 30% since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. And that is important because, as you said, Professor, the acidity of oceans is an important factor for the regulation of climate, and we don't know what the consequences could be.
Then we also use nets, like this one there. You can see it's a net.
To catch.
The goal is to look at biodiversity from the virus that are very abundant in the sea to the fish larvae. And we call that plankton ecosystem end to end. And we can do that by collecting water, by measuring temperature, salinity and different property of the seawater down to 1,500 meter depth. And to this point, we have already made 22,000 samples all along the track of the ship in the different oceans. Plankton makes half of the oxygen that you breathe. So each time you breathe twice, one time the oxygen that goes into your lung was produced by the phytoplankton in the ocean. So it's very important for human beings.